Savelle Foy, podcasting from the most beautiful city in the world, Paris, France. Got the carousel behind me, the amazing Eiffel Tower right back there. You know, this is the mission field of Terri Savelle Foy Ministries, and I want to say thank you to those who support us, to bring us here to change lives. Well, today I want to talk to you about the selfish habit of success. Do you know that in one little area, it's good to be selfish? But I'll explain before you turn this off. You know, successful people are simply those with successful habits. In fact, I heard someone say, good habits are just as addictive as bad habits, only a lot more rewarding. Well, your habits are going to lead you closer to your dreams or further from them. What I mean by that is, John Maxwell made this statement. He said, you know, if you had a really big tree in your backyard that needed to be chopped down, he said, if you grab an axe and you swing at that tree 5 times every day, he said, eventually the tree has to come down. He said, if it's a small tree, it may take a month. If it's a large tree, it may take years. He said, the size isn't the issue. What's important is how diligent you're going to be every single day to swing that axe. Well, it's the same with your dreams and goals. If you have a big dream, it may take a lot of repetition of developing these success habits. You know, John Acuff said this. He said this was his key to success. When he started learning that he needed to start making an investment in himself, this is what he decided. Be selfish at 5 o'clock in the morning. In other words, own your mornings. Take ownership of your mornings, because that's when you have time to develop yourself, to work on yourself before you start investing in everybody around you. You know, it's like when you get on the airplane and they tell you, they say, put your oxygen mask on first before you attend to everybody around you. Well, it's the same with life. You have to make an investment in yourself first thing. It doesn't have to be 5 o'clock. It could be 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. But invest in you before you invest in everybody else. Well, John Acuff said, when I started this habit of being selfish at 5 o'clock in the morning, he said, not one time has my wife gotten mad at me for not spending time with her at 5 o'clock in the morning. Not one time has my daughter gotten upset that I wouldn't go ride bikes with her at 5 o'clock in the morning or go jump on the trampoline. Well, early in the morning is when you have time to invest in yourself. So I want to challenge you to seize those moments to pray, to read, to exercise, to meditate, to journal, to write, whatever it is, to be selfish at 5 o'clock in the morning or 6 or 7, whatever it is, but take ownership of your mornings. And here's the thing, a little change goes a long way. It compounds, it adds up over time, and you don't even realize it. Like I remember years ago when I was pregnant with my daughter Cassidy, we had hardly any money. We were living paycheck to paycheck. We didn't have any health insurance. We were trying to figure out how are we going to pay our hospital bill, the doctor bill. Well, one day we got this bill in the mail for $348 for the hospital. We're going, how are we going to come up with this money? Well, Rodney and I had started this little habit of just collecting our change, you know, consistently. We would put a few quarters in this big piggy bank, a few pennies, dimes. Just over time, we would just grab our change, put it in this piggy bank. Well, one day, we both noticed the piggy bank and we thought, I wonder how much change is in there, because that could go towards that $348 hospital bill. So we decided to take it to the bank, just see how much we'd accumulated. Before we went in, we said, let's both guess what we think it is. Well, I said, it's probably like $75. Rodney's like, no, it's more than that. It's like $97. So we go in the bank, they pour that giant, it was like a Coke bottle, they pour this giant Coke bottle in this bin, it spins around, counts the change, spits out a receipt, $372. We had no idea that all that change was adding up little by little. In other words, we had more than enough for the hospital bill. Well, my point is, every time you get up and you make an investment in yourself, it adds up. You do it again the next day. You do it again the next day. Every day that you're making yourself read, all that knowledge, all that wisdom, it adds up. And one day people are going to say to you, you're not the same person. You've changed. And you're going to say, as if I worked this hard to stay the same. But the thing is, the more wisdom you gain, the more knowledge you gain, you start getting promoted. People value that kind of wisdom and knowledge, and they're going to see you start getting promoted in the company. People are going to want to know what you know. So, successful people are simply those with successful habits. And like I said before, Good habits are just as addictive as bad habits, only a lot more rewarding. So I want to encourage you today, be selfish at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Be selfish in the morning to make an investment in yourself. It pays off. If you're enjoying the podcast, please subscribe to this channel, share it with your friends, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, so I can keep you motivated to achieve your dreams. Thank you for watching, and au revoir from Paris, France.